Hi everybody, in this video, let's learn about how do we do factorization for this type of algebraic expression, ax squared plus bx plus c. Now let's look at part A. Factorize the following algebraic expression completely. Let me copy the question first. X squared plus 2x minus 15. We can actually use our calculator to help us to do the factorization, but here I'm going to show you how do we do it manually first. Draw a cross. We are going to fill in 6 numbers. 1, 6 term, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let's look at these 2 terms first. The product of these 2 terms must be equal to x squared. So we cannot write 1 times x squared. The x squared must be separated. So I am going to write x times x. X multiplied by x, we will get x squared. So now let's look at these 2 terms. The product of these 2 terms must be equal to negative 15. So normally I would just ignore about the sign first. Just think about 15. In order to get 15, you can use 115 or 35, right? Let me use 115 first. If I use 115, what will happen? Here I'm going to do cross multiplications. X times 1, we will get 1x. X times 15, we will get 15x. These two, we need to find their sum. The sum of these 2 terms must be equal to positive 2x. Try to think, what sign should we write here? Negative, negative, positive, positive, negative, positive, or positive, negative, so that the sum of these 2 terms will be equal to positive 2x. You will notice that there's no way for us to use these combinations to get positive 2x, right? Therefore, we know that this combination is actually not correct. Let me use others combination, which is 3, 5. This will give us 5x. This will give us 3x. Okay, now I want to get positive 2x, so I'm going to write positive over here, negative over here. Negative 3x plus positive 5x, we will get positive 2x. This is the term that we are looking for. If the front here is positive, then it will be easier for us to determine the sign here. If here is negative, we just copy. If this is positive, we just copy. Okay, so x times x will give us x squared, correct? Negative 3 times positive 5, we will get negative 15, correct? Okay, these two add up together, we will get positive 2x. Now, write 2 parentheses. Copy all these terms inside the parentheses. X minus 3, x plus 5. This is the way how do we do factorization for this type of algebraic expression. If you want to double check whether our factorization are correct or not, you can do expansion for this one. You should be able to get back this. If you cannot get back this means that the factorization process is actually not correct. Okay, now let's try part B. Let me copy the question first. 6 minus 7x plus 2x squared. So you will notice that this is different from this, right? I'm going to rearrange the term here to this form first. You will notice that when I circle the 2x squared, I circle together the plus sign in front of 2x squared. When I circle 7x, I circle together the negative sign in front of 7x. So make sure when you arrange them, the positive sign always go together with 2x squared and the negative sign always go together with 7x. Positive 2x squared minus 7x. You don't see any sign here, it means positive. But the front here, you don't have to write positive, it's okay. Now, I have written this in this form. Now, we can start to do the factorization. Draw cross first. Okay, the product of what 2 terms will give us 2x squared. I will be using 2x times x. Okay, so 6, let me use, it can be 1 times 6, 6 times 1, 2 times 3, 3 times 2, right? There are a lot of combinations. So when the number become really large, you can actually use your calculator to help you to do the factorization. Okay, let me use 3, 2. Do cross multiplication first. Here will be 3x. Here will be 4x plus. These two add up together must be equal to negative 7x. Therefore, I'm going to put a negative sign over here and do the same thing for 4x. Negative 3x plus negative 4x, I will get negative 7x. This is a term that we are looking for. If the front here is positive, to determine the sign in front of 3 and 2 is actually very easy. This is negative, here we just copy. This is negative, we just copy. Okay, let's double check it again. 2x times x, we will get 2x squared. Negative 3 times negative 2, we will get positive 6, right? All the terms correct. Now, what do we need to do? Just write two parentheses and copy these terms inside the parentheses. It will be 2x minus 3 and x minus 2. Okay, so how do we use our calculator to help us to do the factorization? If you want to use your calculator to do the factorization, you need to pay attention for the two things, because the function that we are going to use is actually for solving a quadratic equation, not for the prime factorization, but we still can use it to help us to do the factorization for this type of algebraic expression. Okay, there are two things that you need to pay attention for. These are two things that you need to be more careful. First, make sure the coefficients of x squared is positive. Okay, and if there is any common factors, factorize first. I'll explain this further to you when we come to D and E. Okay, let's look at these two questions first. Now, this is x squared is positive, so we can use our calculator. Press the menu and go for equation. Polynomial. Okay, degree 2. 1, positive 2, negative 15. 1 equal. So positive 2, you don't have to key in positive sign because we already have a positive sign over here. We just need to key in 2. Press equal. Negative, we need to key in negative. Negative 15 equal. Equal again. x1 is equal to 3. x2 is equal to negative 5. x1 is equal to 3. x2 is equal to negative 5. So what do we do? What do we need to do next is write two parentheses. If you get all are integer, you can just write the x near to the parentheses here. It's okay. You get positive, we write negative. If we get negative, we write positive. This is the way. How do we use our calculator to help us to do the factorization? So how about this one? Same thing. Let me go and key in again. Two. Negative 7. Positive 6. Equal. x1 is equal to 2. x2 is equal to 3 over 2. Let me write down first. If your calculator gives you a mixed number, for example, maybe your calculator gives us this, we don't want this, we change it to improper fraction. Okay, now, after you getting the answer from the calculator, what you need to do is just write two parentheses, like this. When you see a fraction, when you write x, leave some space over here. This one no problem, right? Is this an integer? We just write the x close to the parentheses is okay. When I say positive, we write negative. Copy this too. When you see, okay, let me double check again. Okay, correct. So when you see positive 3 over 2, we write negative 3. Where should I write the 2? 2 will be over here. 2x minus 3, x minus 2. Okay, so this is a way that how do we use our calculator to help us to do the factorization. Now, let's go to part C. This time the number here are quite big, so I'm going to use calculator to help me to do the factorization. So I'm going to rearrange all this term. 35y squared plus 32y minus 99. So if we are using calculator to help us to do the factorization, two things, be careful. Make sure the coefficient of x squared is positive. Yes, it is positive. Y, sometimes the question will use x, y, it doesn't matter, same method. Okay, so this one, no problem. If there is any common factor, factorize it first. So do we have any common factors? We don't have any common factor here. What do I mean by common factors? When you look at E, 2x squared plus 10x plus 12. We can actually bring the 2 go out, right? Because they have the same factors, which is 2. Okay, this is what I mean by the common factors. Here we don't have those two problems, so we can straight away go to our calculator to help us to do the factorization. 35 equal positive 32, we just need to key in 32, and then negative 99. Okay, 9 over 7 and negative 11 over 5. x1 is equal to 9 over 7. x2 is equal to negative 11 over 5. Okay, now I can start to write them into two parentheses. Still remember what I told just now? When you see a fraction, leave some space here. But this time, I'm not going to write x because this is y, right? Write y. Leave some space because this is a fraction. And this is also a fraction. Leave some space here. Okay. Positive, we write negative. We only write negative 9 minus 9. The 7, we write it over here. This, you see a negative sign, we write positive, plus. We only write 11 here. 5, we write over here. Okay, so this is the way how do we use calculator to help us to do the factorization. If you want to double check, you can do expansion. Let me show you here. Let's try expand it. Do the expansion for this one. We should be able to get back this 7y minus 9, 5y plus 11, 35y squared. Positive, positive, we get positive. Okay. Now, 35y squared. This 2 add up together, you will get 2. This is 32. Y minus 99. 35y squared plus 32y minus 99. Yes, our answer correct. Okay, now let's go to part D. X squared minus x minus x squared plus 12. So I'm going to rearrange the term first. Negative x squared plus x plus 12. Before I show you how do we use calculator, let me do it manually first. Use this method. Draw a cross first. Okay, so personally, I will suggest the student to make this x squared, the coefficient of x squared, become positive first. So how do we make it become positive? We just pull out the negative sign outside. When you bring the negative one outside, every sign here will be changed. Negative will become positive, positive will become negative, positive will become negative. So negative, positive, we get back negative, 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 positive, negative, negative, positive. Why do we need to do so? It's totally up to you. If you don't want to use, if you don't want to do this step, it's okay. But personally, I will suggest students to do this because when the front here is positive, it's actually easier for you to do the factorization. Okay, I'm going to copy the negative sign, and here I'm going to use this method to do the factorization for this part. X times x, 12, negative 12. Okay, just think about 12. So here I'm going to use 4, 3. This will be 4x, this will be 3x, plus. These two add up together must be equal to negative x. Therefore, here I'm going to write negative, here I'm going to write positive. Negative 4x plus positive 3x, which will be equal to negative x. Correct. This is positive, right? So the sign here will be very easy to be determined. Negative here, copy. Positive here, copy. Now let's double check. X times x, we will get x squared. Correct. Negative 4 times positive 3, negative 12. Correct. These two plus. These two add up together, we get negative x. Now x minus 4, x plus 3. So if you want to bring in the negative sign here, you can either bring in here or here. So in this situation, I'm going to bring in here. So it will become negative x plus 4, x plus 3. But normally we do not like the negative this put in front here. We don't like to see a negative sign here. But if you want to leave your answer like this, is okay. But personally, I will change the rearrange the terms here. I'm going to write 4 minus x, x plus 3. Okay, so this will be the final answer. If you want to double check, you can do the expansion for this one. You should be able to get back this. So how do we use our calculator? To use our calculator, you need to be more careful. Always pay attention on these two things. Now, let's say I rearrange the term, become like this, and I straight away go to calculator, key in negative 1, equal, positive 1, I just need to key in 1, and 12 equal. So we get 4 and negative 3, right? x1 is equal to 4, x2 is equal to 3. Now, write two parentheses. This is integer, so we can write the x near to the parentheses, it's okay. You get positive, we write negative, we get negative, oops, sorry, this is negative, right? Negative 3. If you see negative, we write positive. But is this a correct answer? We try to do the expansion. X squared plus 3x, negative 4x, negative 12. So it will be equal to x squared minus x minus 12. You will notice that this is not correct. It's not equal to this. This is negative, this is positive. This is positive, this is negative. This is positive, this is negative. This is not correct. Okay, so pay attention when you want to do the factorization using our calculator. These two things. So we are going to do the same thing. Bring the negative out first. Whenever you bring the negative out, all the sign here will change. From positive will become negative, negative will become positive. So negative x, negative 12. Okay, then only we key in our calculator. You actually get the same answer. 1, negative 1, negative 12. x1 is equal to 4. Okay, x2 is equal to negative 3. Now, write two parentheses. Just follow the rules that I told just now. Integer, so we can write the x close to the parentheses. Positive 4, negative 4. Negative 3, positive 3, plus 3. And then we bring the negative go in. Negative x plus 4, just like what we did just now here. Okay, rearrange the terms here. Okay, finally, we got the answer correctly. So be careful, pay attention on this. Make sure the coefficient of x squared is positive if you want to use your calculator to do the factorization. Now, let's look at the second things that you need to pay attention for. If there's any other common factors, factorize it first. Let me show you how do we get the answer manually first. you can actually bring out the 2 first, because when the number becomes smaller, it's actually easier for you to do the factorization. If you don't want, this is okay. So you can bring down, factorize the 2 out first. 2x squared, 2 5 tenths, 2 6 12. You can bring the factorize the 2 out first, then only focus on this part, do cross multiplication to help us to do the factorization. If you don't want, it's okay. Let's say if you want to start from here, it's okay. Two x times x. So now we need to get 12 here. Let me use 4 3. So this will give us 6x. This will give us 4x. These two plus. These two add up together must be equal to positive 10x. Therefore, I need to write positive sign here, do the same thing here. So positive 4x plus positive 6x will be equal to positive 10x, correct? So this positive copy, this positive copy. Double check again. 2x times x, 2x squared, okay, correct. Positive 4 times positive 3, positive 12, correct. These two add up together give us positive 10x. Now, this combination is correct. 2x plus 4, x plus 3. But we cannot stop here since the question asks us to factorize it completely. So here we have a common factor. We can bring the 2 out. Okay, so this will be our final answer. So if you are using calculator, if you directly key in this into your calculator, you will get wrong answer. 2, 10, 12. Calculator give you negative 2 and negative 3. Negative 2, negative 3. So, write two parentheses, x plus 2, x plus 3. You try to do the expansion for this, you will not be able to get back this. X squared, positive 3x, positive 2x, this is plus 2x plus 3x, so this is positive will get positive plus 6. Okay, so x squared plus 6x plus 6. Oh, sorry, not 6x, 5x. Okay, you notice that this is actually not equal to this. This is not correct. Therefore, before we start using our calculator, factorize the 2 out first. Like what we did just now, what I showed you just now. Bring the 2 go out first. Okay. 2 parentheses. That's one. Key in our calculator. You will actually get the same answer. 1, 5, 6. x1 equal to negative 2. x2 equal to negative 3. This is integer, so we can just write the x close to this parenthesis is okay. Negative, write positive, 2. Negative 3, positive. Okay, so this is our answer. So if you are using calculator, take precaution of these two things. Make sure the coefficients of x squared is positive. If there is any common factor, factorize first. Now, let's look at one more question. Given the area of a rectangle is equal to this, state the perimeters of the rectangle in terms of x. Let me just simply sketch a diagram for you. The area of this rectangle is equal to 6x squared plus 31x plus 35, right? Okay, this is given by the quotient. The question asks us to find the perimeters of this rectangle in terms of x. If we want to find the perimeter, we need to know the length here and the width here, right? So we try to think, how do we get the area? Length multiplied by the width, right? These two things multiplied together, we get this one, right? So we are going to find out this. So indirectly, the question is asking us to do the factorization for this one. So I'm going to factorize this. Since the number is quite big, I'm going to use our calculator. So before using our calculator, before keying into our calculator, make sure the coefficient of x squared is positive, and make sure there's no, if there's any common factors, we need to factorize it out first. Okay, we don't have any common factors here, so we can directly key in this thing into our calculator. 6, 31, 35 equal negative 5 over 3, negative 7 over 2, negative 5 over 3, negative 7 over 2. Okay, now I'm going to use these two answers to help me to do the factorization. Two parentheses. Since this is fraction 2, x, I am going to leave some space over here, leave some space over here. Negative, I write positive, I write 5 only. The 3, I'm going to write over here. Negative, I write positive, write 7 only. The 2, I'm going to write over here. So now, we know that this is 3x plus 5 times 2x plus 7, right? Okay, 3x plus 5 and 2x plus 7. Now, we want to find the perimeter. What do we need to do is just add up all the side length here, right? So the perimeter will be equal 2 times of this, because there's two same length. I just take this one, multiply by 2. And this two same length as well. 2 times this 2x plus 7. Okay, so this will be 6x plus 10. 4x, positive, we get positive, 14. So it will be 6x plus 4x, we will get 10x. 10 plus 14 will be 24. Okay, this is a way how we solve this up question. That's all for this video. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. If you want to purchase this calculator online, but you worry that you will mispurchase a counterfeit product, you can just go to Shopee and purchase from Casio office store. Before this, I bought my calculator here as well. I already bought 2 calculators from this Casio office store. Both are authentic products. There are 3 colors available now: black, blue, and pink. You can click on the link in the descriptions, or just go to Shopee, search for Casio office store. In the search bar, just type Casio office store. Click on it. This is Casio office store. So if you purchase your calculator here, you don't have to worry about the authenticity of the product. Just click on it. You can type the model of the calculator that you want to purchase here, or just go down here, click on scientific calculator. As I told you just now, for this model, there are 3 colors available now: black, blue, and pink. You will notice that there is another model of calculator which look very similar to FX570EX, which is FX991EX. These two calculators actually having the same functionality. What is the difference is, for FX991EX, this is two-way power calculator, means that you can use solar energy or battery. There are 3 colors available also for this model: black, blue, and pink. Let me show you some other differences between these two calculators. For FX570EX, this is one-way power. You only can use battery. The battery used is AAA battery. If you want to replace the battery, you need to take out 6 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For FX991EX, this is two-way power calculator. You can use solar energy or battery. If you want to change or replace the battery, you just need to take out 1 screw. The battery used in this calculator is button cell battery LR44. Okay, that's all for this video. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.